What's going on, man? How y'all feel today, man?
Feeling good. A lot of drive.
We here, man.
I'm high.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I smell. It smells like Indonesia up in here.
We've been over here smoking.
I see.
Smell like the motherfucking chronic in this.
It was like coming in, motherfuckers just laughing for no reason.
Oh man, I can't hear my
we
air
laughing
horn.
because life is good. That's right.
The Chicago nigga.
Yeah, man. This is Easily Offended Podcast. We are here in the building. I am high as hell. Introduce yourselves. That shit rhymed.
Hi as hell. Introduce yourselves.
Yeah.
Put the mic on the shelves.
Bars, nigga.
Bars.
Bars, nigga.
Bars without the stars. Getting to places not even in cars. Goddamn.
I know,
we just gonna stop it. we gonna stop it right there. It was good while it lasted, but
Hey man, how was y'all week, man? How y'all been?
It's good. I found a new addiction, man.
What's your new addiction?
I don't know. I just bought this little like NPC thing. I just started messing around with it, but now I can't put it down.
Oh shit, you over there making beats?
Nigga, beats by Sean.
Beats by Sean. And
you know what I'm saying? I don't know. All right. What's gonna be my producer name? Yeah. Would it be like Sexy B or
Sexy B?
I don't know.
Nah.
Chocolate Drop?
Chocolate. Ooh, I like it. Chocolate bass drop.
I don't
we gonna take that from Kevin Hart.
Oh, it called me the auto tune. Called me the auto goon. Goddamn.
Hey man, I can't get my sounds to work it.
What the hell?
Wait, I can hear everything. What can't you hear?
I can't.
Yeah, I can. Oh, you know why you can't hear it? I know why you can't hear it.
Why?
Because
You got his ears closed.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. All right.
So I was hitting that shit the whole time. Y'all heard the whole time?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't? You wasn't hearing that shit?
No, I wasn't.
Wow, I thought you were.
This guy right here.
Welcome to Easily Offended Podcast. God damn, we are high as fuck.
Yeah.
Man.
Right.
It's like the Cheech and Chong segment.
Man.
I mean, we was waiting on you for a while.
I see. I was like, well, since he ain't here, might as well.
Right. I mean,
that man said, I'm at Horseshoe like an hour ago. I'm like, damn, my nigga.
Hey, man.
You took the scenic route?
The road was kind of stopped up, so yeah, I did. I take the streets.
That's crazy. What was that?
That was outside.
Damn.
It was appropriate.
The road runner and shit.
I thought you hit. I didn't see you hit the button like nigga.
I ain't got no new button.
I had to take the streets though, so yeah, I took like 41. I was passing Horseshoe Casino.
Oh, you took the streets all the way?
Yeah, because I had to get off the right by Hard Rock Casino. The traffic was really kind of congested.
Yeah. So you took the streets.
Yeah, man.
You in these streets, man.
Hey, in these streets, what?
Heavy.
Boy, in the streets with the beats.
Oh no. All right, man. So what
are we gonna be like the fucking Riddler for the rest of the episode between you two? Y'all just gonna keep fucking trying to rhyme the whole time?
I'm telling you, just did it.
I'm not doing that shit.
They gonna rhyme the whole time.
Well, see, now y'all see. God damn it.
Not even he busting the line.
Hey man, we are
not
definitely
by
here,
design.
man.
Yeah, man.
Staying on the grind.
Man.
So how was your week, brother? How was
my week was cool, man. You know, just went to work, did
nice.
the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Dropped some money on some passports and shit.
Passports, okay.
Yeah, man. You know,
international.
I hate to say this. I'm 42 and I haven't touched the ocean yet.
You never touched the ocean?
I never touched the ocean.
Wow. Hey, let me tell you, a lot of shit be washing up in the ocean.
I don't care. I just want a beautiful view and then touch the ocean.
You'll love it.
Yeah, man.
You'll love it.
It's definitely a different.
Indeed.
It's a different vibe.
When you in Chicago, we by the lake. And Lake Michigan is, a pretty large body of water. But
right.
Like when you feel like those waves from the ocean.
It hits different.
Yeah, it's a whole different
And
ball.
they hit harder, too.
It's a different vibe. Yeah, I'm trying to do snorkeling. I'm trying to ride some dolphins, all type shit. You know what I'm saying?
I went to Mexico. I didn't do the snorkeling.
You didn't do it?
Nah, I mean, I got in the water, but like I wasn't trying to go.
I want to do the underwater cave.
Underwater,
underwater
what?
caves. They got like underwater
You
caves.
gonna go? That sound deep.
Nah,
bro.
it's not that deep. It's like 5-10 feet deep. You go in, it's like a little tunnel and shit like
I
that.
think it's more than 5 or 10
Well, it's
feet.
probably
Yeah.
some
Yeah,
of them.
bro.
Nigga,
I'm
it's
pretty
a
much sure they
cave.
got like
Talking
a.
about 5-10 feet.
Right.
I'm pretty much sure they be like,
Fucking Gulf
you want
of
the
Mexico,
amateur?
nigga.
You want the amateur ride? You want the amateur ride? Like you the amateur ride? I'm like, all right, cool. Let me get the amateur
You
ride.
better go in the cave. We just been over.
I see everything in there.
Yeah. So show me pictures, motherfucker. I ain't going to
caves,
underwater caves,
no,
nigga.
sir.
Fuck that. I'm straight. I'm gonna stay my ass right here on this boat.
Right. Drinking tequila and smoking.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm going out there for a friend of mine, his wedding
Nice.
out there. So,
Nice.
you know what I'm saying? Black love, you know what I mean?
Okay, all
So
right.
go
Go
out there and
ahead.
celebrate.
Arriba.
Yeah,
No doubt.
man. And it's all good.
Kwanzaa meets Cinco de Mayo.
And I think she's like, I don't know what race she is.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
Hey
scratch
man, love is love, bro.
Right,
Love,
scratch
love,
that.
love is love, man.
it.
You know
No
what
doubt.
I'm
It's a
saying?
beautiful thing. Either way.
Yeah.
Beautiful thing.
Man, so what we talking about today, man? We got a lot of shit.
Well,
we
you
got a
know
lot of unpacking to do.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
You say unpacking,
Yeah,
unsmacking.
man. I don't know which I want to start with. Which I want
So I want to get this one out the way.
Do it.
to.
do
Okay,
it.
about Mason,
Tennessee.
Mason, Tennessee.
Yeah, it's a story that
Pay attention.
I'm not really hearing a lot of people talk about,
Okay.
but it's pretty wild. It happened in the beginning of March. So Mason, Tennessee is a town. Ford just agreed to build a electric
plant?
truck. So they're building an electric truck and a battery plant.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be like huge for that area in
Okay.
terms of like generating
Jobs and
revenue.
things like that.
Yeah. It's supposed to generate like a shit ton of jobs.
Okay. Sounds like it's a good thing, but
Yeah,
it
right.
has to be a downfall to it.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be
Caveat.
generate over 27,000 new jobs, 22 million annually in state taxes. It's supposed to open in 2025.
That's a lot of
Okay.
jobs.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
27,000.
So, but the town of Mason, Tennessee,
They don't want it.
No.
Okay, go ahead. My bad.
Stop interrupting me, motherfucker. I'm trying to tell you what is happening.
I'm sorry, man.
This
I
guy.
apologize.
This guy.
But so on March 3rd, the state comptroller, a guy by the name of Jason Mumpower.
What the name?
Yeah, I know, right? Mumpower.
Mun.
Mum.
Mum?
Power.
M-U-M?
M-U-M Power.
He had a horrible childhood.
Right. I know he got roasted in.
Well, despite his childhood, he managed to make it to the fucking state comptroller of Tennessee.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Mr. Big Time.
on January 3rd, he penned an open letter to the people of Mason, Tennessee, basically urging them to tell their elected officials to dissolve their charter. So the charter is basically the most important legal document in the city. It just how your government is laid out, like the operations. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like how your government, how your town is run,
Right.
is all based on your charter. It's similar to like the Constitution of the United States. The charter is that for the city.
Okay.
Right. So they want to dissolve it in a sense, dissolving the town. Now, it's in a county that is largely white and Republican, but this town is 60% black.
Wow.
They were run by Republicans, but they basically they were taking a lot of money out of it. They were corrupt, so they lost like hundreds of thousands of dollars from the
shit.
city. You know what I'm saying? But they were like stealing this shit.
Okay.
So the people of Mason
They was
voted them
lining
out,
those pockets.
and these were white Republicans. They were in. They were in.
Of course.
Exactly. So they actually, the people of Mason, voted those people out, and they elected in black people.
Okay.
So now the town went from white and Republican run to black and Democratic run. And then they get this Ford plan. So now the state comptroller is concerned about their finances and basically saying that they're not equipped to deal with this influx that's coming from this influx of money.
So they trying to get in.
Well, ain't no trying. They did that shit.
Okay.
So on March 3rd, he penned that letter. He was like, okay, y'all not moving fast enough. So on March 17th, they took over. They didn't dissolve the charter, but now Mason is no longer in control of his finances. Wow. So the state has taken over the city of Mason's finances. So they have no say in how the tax dollars, how the revenue, all that stuff is going to be generated, is going to be distributed.
That's fucked up.
The state comptroller is going to make all the So it's a hostile takeover of a town, and it's
In the
just
United States.
right in the United States, and so they've been doing this for a while, like kind of looking at their finances, not in this way, But because of the corruption that happened, people were looking at them. You know what I'm saying? So the state comptroller, they did all of their finances. They put them on a 5-year plan in 2017 and in 2019, I believe.
Okay.
But that was during the time that they were looking at where the other people were in power that were taking the money. They were stealing.
The white Republicans.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
So it's just a really kind of fucked up story that now y'all care so much.
Right.
That you want to take control of this town. It just so happens to be
right when we about to sign a deal.
Are about to get something that's going to financially benefit them and could possibly turn around their situation after they were being robbed basically by the people that they've elected in.
Those Republicans saw that money that was going to be brought in.
I mean, so yeah, and to be fair, there's a lot of money that was so the deal was struck by the state.
Okay.
They chose to build it on that site. But there's a lot of tax breaks and things that they were given, you know what I'm saying, to Ford on behalf of the state.
So the deal was struck with the state with Ford?
Yes.
Okay.
So they have reason to be concerned about it.
Okay.
But it's just kind of like timing of how it looks that they would come in at this point in time. Right when they're about to get something that would benefit them and completely take over the city.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
Yeah,
so
man.
those people, it's like those people can't find no jobs. Like it's, I mean, like
it's jobs, they just can't get them.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, like in small towns like that, you just have like maybe a strip of jobs. Right. So, you have a lot of plants, a lot of farms.
So they had a prison.
Okay.
And the prison actually closed in 2021. Wow. So that was also a financial hit that they took. So they were really kind of like banking.
Trying to search for
they're thinking that this was going to be like the jolt of life that they needed in their economy to, get back right.
Hopefully it turns out for them. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully.
The state is not giving back control. Like, no, so, I mean, no, it's not happening.
I wonder what's the legal loophole where the state can come in and just take over municipalities.
Well, no. So it's oversight. So it's not common, but it's not something that never happens.
Right.
So this is the state comptroller is well within his right to do this. I mean, it's perfectly legal what's happened.
Wow.
It's just kind of the timing and
the optics is like
and it's just how their motives behind there seem kind of like. Are y'all really just concerned about finances, thinking that they can't handle this, or you just don't want these people to be able to directly benefit from it?
Right,
A little bit of both.
They hate they cop like on the bread.
That reminds me a lot of
fucking up the church's money. Man.
Fucking up the church's money.
That reminds me a lot of Gary, Indiana, in the early days, because it's like Gary used to be kind of this like industrial mecca, but then once Richard Hatcher became the mayor, all the white people or white Republicans, they left and they took the resources with them. So it kind of reminds me of that, because it's like, well, if you black folks want this town, y'all can have it, but we going to take all the resources. So now you got a situation where, like, we got this great resource going to come to a town, but all you black folks, we don't think y'all can handle it. So we're just going to take it away from you good colored folks.
I mean, and it looks really bad.
Gary has always been like that. Like Gary is always, I mean, From what I've seen as a kid, like I only went to Indiana to like go to Indiana. Was it Indiana Beach?
Yeah,
back in the day.
Beach, yeah,
Indiana Beach.
We used to go there for our 8th grade trip.
Yeah. So that's the only time I've been out there. But I've been out. I partied in Gary. I used to work in Maryville. You know what I'm saying? So I used to come through there a lot. And it always wonders me, like Indiana is a state that makes a shit ton of money off of that casinos that they have. They have what, like three or four?
I don't know exactly how many they have. But just like right
they
there
got concerts out there all the time. Like Isley Brothers be playing out there.
Yeah.
Steve Harvey be playing out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they have these places, but like it's just not a downtown yet. And I think in like 5-10 years, Gary's gonna be totally different.
Indeed.
They gonna get them a lakefront. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they really missing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They missing the lakefront, but it's kind of figure out like, what are you going to do with those old factories? It costs a lot of money to tear them bitches down. Them is steel, you know what I'm saying? All type shit.
I mean, are any of those still out there? Are they still
the
like
factories?
the
well,
old
you can
factories?
see some of them if you go to the lake.
But some of them, are those operational though? Cause
No, they're not. They just closed.
Okay.
You got to think about this, man. High schools out there that's closed. Imagine if imagine CVS, but if it was like abandoned.
Yeah.
Gary got like 2 high schools out there that's almost that size, abandoned, empty.
That's crazy.
graffiti everything. But
Yeah,
but I
man.
was also gonna say, like, when government, they say when what's that? Government and corporate powers come together, that's fascism. That's what it sounds like here.
I mean, well, that's capitalism. I mean, that's the American way. When,
But I mean,
when
just-
corporations and government come together, that's capitalism.
Well, it's like with capitalism, more the means of productions are in the hands of the private citizens. But it's like when corporate
Private
and, like, the
citizens or
government-
private sector?
I would say supposed to be private citizen or private sector more. I think you're right. No, I take it right. Private sector. Yeah.
I mean, because that's like how our government, like, you know, I mean, things are like just like we were just talking about. Like the state struck a deal with a
That's what
Ford.
I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like they do business all the time. You know, that's what lobbyists are for, to
Right.
represent corporate interests in government.
But I'm saying, if you live in that town, well, I don't think this is right. Like, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, money talks all the time.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And it was just like, and it's just kind of one of those things where like you see that it's, and this is something that's not being talked about. Like outside, the only publications I saw this were like local in Tennessee. Like no national news outlets have covered this.
You be
And,
researching shit in the morning, huh?
I'm saying.
I mean, no, it was just something. I actually can't take credit for this.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? What's the name? India told me about this.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's
you
crazy.
know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it was crazy. You know, but so between, I just found this, the superintendent of public works between 2007 and 2016 in Mason ended up committing fraud totaling of $602,865,000. I just said that all wrong. $602,865.
Well, damn.
That yeah.
It's a lot of Jordans.
I can't talk right now. The words all
we
of
know
that.
he's a little. Yeah.
The
Yeah,
words
obviously,
everywhere.
it was a lot of fucking money that they stole,
That's
and
crazy.
just when they were trying to get, and this ended in 2016. So here it is, they finally get this plan to build, and this would happen in 2021, and they finally see something where like they've been trying to turn their finances around after getting the crooked officials that did this out. And now here comes the Tennessee State Comptroller coming in, and like, no, we just gonna take this shit over. Y'all
That's
can't
fucking
handle this.
crazy.
Yeah, man. So
welcome to
I just
America.
wanted
That's
to, like I said, nobody's talking about that, man, so I just kind of wanted
They
to.
didn't want the comptroller looking at their books. He said, "Oh, let me look at your shit."
I mean, and like I said, there's been a few times where they put them on 5-year plans to get their act together, so to speak,
Okay,
financially.
they said we
But
tried.
they,
Okay.
yeah, but like their argument is you haven't given us time to properly do this.
Yeah, 5
You
years
know,
not a long time.
especially like I said, they just got that hit with a prison leaving. So like, you're taking this over. It's awfully convenient timing.
Indeed.
Yeah, man. So that's it.
Welcome
So I
to
just
America.
wanted to, yeah, man. Welcome
That's
to
fucking
America.
crazy, man.
Yeah, it's you know,
Yeah,
I mean,
they got-
but it's the American way.
They got
It's been a lot of
smacked in the
crazy
face.
shit.
Yeah, it's been
It's been a lot of crazy shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you
And-
know, yeah. What were you about to say? Where were you going?
I was
with?
about to go with the next one. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah. So yeah,
So
so
it's
we,
been a lot of crazy shit going on.
yeah.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Award shows.
Award show.
We
award
have
shows.
to talk about it at least for a little bit.
We got to talk about it.
Hmm.
The Will Smith and Chris Rock incident.
Whew, the smack heard
It's
around
a
the
lot-
world.
It's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah.
It's a lot to unpack here. We ain't gonna spend all night on this.
Yeah.
but
A lot has been said.
a lot has been
Indeed.
A
said.
lot has been said already.
So for those who don't know, if you're living underneath a rock,
Who
Yeah.
the fuck doesn't know
I'm
this?
Not a
just-
Chris Rock.
you know what I'm saying? If you're laying underneath a rock and don't know what the fuck is going on, Chris Rock at the Oscars was presenting an award. And the thing about it is, I'm mad because the award that he was presenting was for Questlove's documentary that he did on Hulu called
Summer of Soul.
The Summer of Soul.
Oh my God, I just went.
So it kind of took away from that moment.
All of
Excellent
that.
documentary, by the way, if you haven't seen it.
Excellent documentary.
fucking awesome.
You know what I'm saying? Very well shot. He had a lot of footage, dope footage. But for that to even happen, you know, Chris Rock said something that he feels that was out of pocket. Now he came out and
G.I.
said
Jane.
apologize.
Will feels.
Yeah, Will. But Chris Rock, he came out with an apology. He said, I crossed the line.
Did he really?
Yeah, he was like, I crossed the line.
Okay.
I apologize.
Everybody's apologized at this point.
Everybody is an apologize at this point. But
Will
the thing
Will
about
Smith
it-
just resigned from the
Right.
Academy of Motion Pictures, whatever the fuck that means.
It's a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
don't know what that means.
it's a lot going right. Nobody knows, but it's just
Does that mean you can't make movies no more? I don't know.
know.
Man, he
People-
might means he could just never win another Oscars, whatever.
He's going to win another
He's
Oscar.
going to be the new spokesman for Dig'em Smack cereal. That was horrible.
You know, when you said that, I thought about what's the cereal? It came in a gold box.
Talking about Honey Smacks?
Honey Smacks. Honey
That would be a
Smacks.
horrible.
Nah.
Will Smith gonna be the new spokesperson.
Nah,
for
Honey Smacks was the red box, nigga. Super Golden Crisp was the
Super Golden Crisp.
Get some of that Super Golden Crisp.
That's some old school. But
how the fuck did that happen?
I don't know.
That was back to what the fuck we was talking about.
So a lot of people was talking about it, and a lot of people have different views.
Indeed.
A lot of women said that, he should have did that for his wife, which any man in a relationship, if you're married, you're going to stand up for your woman.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? We've all been in a situation where we've been outside and somebody say something ignorant and you like.
I mean, but it's a way to do that.
Indeed.
And like Will was out of pocket.
Yeah, and in that sense, I believe, in my opinion, that Will he could have him do it up afterwards.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? It's the Oscars, it's live television, but him and his family has been under ridicule for about 2 years now. And he's been the butt of all these shows.
But this is information they put in the public eye.
Yeah.
I'm still, but
well, Jada mostly.
Yeah.
right with Jada. But
Jada mostly.
the thing about it is
Will's not completely innocent in that either, because he didn't. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they in 2021 in GQ, he admitted that they do have an open marriage, and that he does feel that he was a little in the very beginning. He was a little uncomfortable with it because he was raised Christian, so he didn't really grasp on. But he was like, I don't talk about my sexual experiences that I do outside of my marriage, because that's just
Jada.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my wife. I love her. She's going to talk her. She's the one that introduced me to this.
I bet she did.
This article's in GQ. Y'all can look it up. And so, like, a lot of, and one thing I saw that a lot of women was talking about, because I made a point where he could have handled that off screen, like behind stage, right?
Indeed.
And some women was like, he should have did it right then and there. That's what I'm saying. That's weak. So wait, let me tell you, that's weak. So I handled the situation, but I just didn't handle it on national television in front of 60 million viewers.
She wanted to make.
I handled him up backstage, talked to him, said, "Hey, that was disrespectful, whatever the case may be." But that's what happened. So everybody has their opinion about it. It's a lot to unpack. Man. How do you guys feel about it?
I feel like this man was totally out of pocket, and I mean, it's obvious he's been emasculated through that relationship, and it's just like,
but how can he be demasculated, right?
Emasculated, yeah.
Emasculated.
And he's doing the same thing. It's just not public.
No, but I'm saying, to me, that was just amalgamation of him being emasculated through the relationship.
Wait, what was the word did you say? Amalgamation?
Amalgamation.
Amalgamation?
Yes.
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
Crying on the table talk. And I mean, I think Jada was on Oprah show. She said, like, she said Will has sex with me like a girl. I'm like, dude.
Whoa. No, we talked about that.
He said that shit?
That's what she said.
She didn't say that. We talked about it on I think it was episode 6 or 7.
Okay.
Where she didn't.
Yeah, people were taking shit way out of context.
It was way out of context.
But she does make it a point to regularly talk about their personal business,
and that's true
in front of everybody. And she uses it to like her own gain, which I think is pretty fucked up.
They having a red table talk. I just saw an article earlier. Her and Will's going to talk about the slap.
But you know what? That's their relationship, and that's what Will chooses to deal with.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's his choice. She ain't holding him hostage. You know what I'm saying? Like Nah, I mean, unless she didn't put a fucking root on him or some shit.
Do you think he would have ran up on Deion Cole like that?
It's a few motherfuckers he wouldn't have ran up on. and that's the thing.
You ain't right about those Chicago ass niggas.
So yeah, I mean, it would have been a whole different situation up there. I mean, and the thing
Fuck
is,
this award show.
The thing is, man, all right, Will was out of pocket.
Yeah,
right.
Out of pocket.
I understand, especially because so I see wrong on both sides.
Yeah.
Right. Will reacted emotionally. When you react emotionally, things very rarely go your way.
Especially for a black man.
I mean, for black people, but just for anybody, man. You shouldn't react emotionally.
No, you should not.
Right. And you could tell, and you know, just based on the history of things that have happened the last few years, and if you've paid attention to Will, like, you know that like he been getting a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And you could just tell that this wasn't really about Chris Rock. This was just like a boiling point.
Indeed.
You know?
I agree with that.
Indeed.
Like, I don't think this was just only about what Chris did. You know what I'm saying? This was just like, I'm tired of this shit.
Watch this.
I can't take this shit
no more.
Right? You know, but that's still not, because he still had no right to do that the way he did. Now, if you want to check him on that, you check him on that.
Yeah.
But this is a way to handle that, and that wasn't, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't the way to handle it.
Not at all.
But
He
at the same
slap that man. Open hand. You know, if you,
I mean, that's some disrespectful shit to do.
Right.
But there's also the part where I feel like people in this day and age have gotten real comfortable with saying wild shit to people.
Exactly.
With no repercussions. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that Chris Rock is a spokesperson for this, but Chris Rock has been known to cross the fucking line. Now, I know that he recently, in the last couple of years, he figured out that he has like it's on the spectrum of Asperger's, I believe.
Yeah.
Where basically he takes things extremely literal. So sometimes he can't understand like the social context of how like sometimes he'll say some shit that will like touch a nerve.
Right.
Why he may not understand that in his mind why him making fun of Jada's hair, even though she has alopecia. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wouldn't make that connection.
I have alopecia.
Nigga, I got alopecia too.
That's
I'm
what
bald.
I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? But no, but we don't really have alopecia.
Okay.
But no, but the thing is, you know, so he's not making that connection.
right.
Be that as it may, this is still a valuable lesson. It's an unfortunate lesson, but it's still a valuable lesson that sometimes you need to be watching what the fuck you say to people. Because you just never know. You might catch the wrong motherfucker on the wrong day at the wrong time. And that doesn't make it right on either side. Right? It doesn't. I'm not saying that Will had the right to walk up on stage and slap Chris Rock. But I understand the emotion, you know what I'm saying, behind. Like, did this motherfucker just say nigga in front of my wife? You know what I'm saying?
In front of my wife?
Nigga, I'm standing right here. You don't see me? You don't see me right here? Like, so I get it.
Do you see a man standing here, Buddha?
right. You know what I'm saying? Gotta fight every night to prove my love. But you know, but I understand that emotion.
Right.
But people, you need to understand, because like people with their Twitter fingers and the internet and this buffer.
Those internet gangsters.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they feel like they can just really talk reckless to people.
Let's not talk about those internet gangsters.
People have gotten real comfortable with that.
Very.
And Chris Rock kind of had that same buffer in a sense. Where he's on stage, so he feel like at this point in time he could say whatever. And I know what people are gonna say. Excuse me, a lot of people have said that this is like infringing on free speech and comedy. Chris Rock ain't the first motherfucker that got ran up on stage. Right. It's the first person that's happened at the Oscars, obviously.
Right. It's a light joke.
But I mean, yeah, and that's how you know, like, it really wasn't just about that joke.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, like, it's not like infringing on free speech, but every action has a reaction. You're free to do whatever the fuck you want to, but nobody is free from consequences. You know what I'm saying? That's physics. Like, whatever you do, there's going to be a reaction.
And you know what? I applaud Chris Rock.
Yeah, he was a motherfucking professional.
I applaud for him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And
just
this
for
nigga got
fact.
chin. Took that shit. Like, oh. And kept it moving. I know, like, you know, like, because have you ever been slapped?
Yes.
I've been slapped many a time by my mother. And the slap, the open hand slap, there's a different sensation that you get.
Especially if they catch that ear.
Yeah. And it burns. And it stays there for a second. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't just go right away. Like you can eat a punch. Sometimes you don't even feel that shit. You know what I'm saying? When the adrenaline is pumping. But if a motherfucker slap you, you're going to feel it. It's going to burn. It's like, yeah, man. So he was still feeling that burn. But he's sitting up there trying to talk. Present a fucking award.
His
face on fire.
His
nigga.
whole reaction after that. It's been a video. Like they showed a 15 seconds after that. How uncomfortable he was.
I'd be uncomfortable.
Like,
Had to be super uncomfortable.
this man just slapped me. So I give him applause for the simple fact of you held your composure.
Indeed.
You kept the show going.
Indeed.
You made a joke about it, and it was over. You feel what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Now, has anybody checked on Chris Rock? No.
They say his shows is
You know what I'm
selling
saying?
out. Though.
Hey, his shows,
His show was selling out.
ticket sales fucking skyrocketed.
Like
Yeah.
400 a piece, yo.
Yeah.
The thing, and also he released. So he had his first show 3 days ago. So his first show, he got on there and talked about what happened, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't even know how to start this because I had a whole." You know what I'm saying?
No, because I saw that because it was like in Boston.
Yeah.
And he was saying like he didn't really like have like he said he had a whole other set written up obviously
Right.
before this shit happened. Like
So
he's still processing, man. And it's so crazy because that was the weird thing. Like Will Smith gets up, smacks the shit out of Chris Rock on national television,
Right.
and everybody's concerned about Will.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
On live TV.
it's so wild. Like everybody's like, "Is Will
the
okay?"
Fresh Prince versus Pookie, New Jack City.
This
Pookie.
Should we call it New Smack City? No, stop. That was horrible. That was terrible.
These one-liners,
I'm
man.
sorry,
These
dog.
one-liners.
But it kind of saddened me because it's like it just made me think of like the Tupac situation. It's like when, especially for brothers, and I'm a little biased because I am a brother, but it's like so many situations that we've seen directly and indirectly where a brother said something and it led to a skirmish, then somebody lost their life. And that's what saddened me about it. And what really saddened me is a lot of women was co-signing. Yeah, he should have stood up for me and all that. Just like us men are just cannon fodder. Sick 'em.
Well. I mean, real shit. That's how.
You're supposed to be that way.
I mean, that's how a lot of conflicts start, bro. If we be honest with you, you know. I mean, if we're gonna be honest with each other, I mean, and it's kind of like and it's not even necessarily women doing it directly, but there is, it's something like, especially when we were younger, right? Let's just say we all be around each other, we all talking about each other, you know what I'm saying, all cracking jokes. We do that shit all day, but it's just between us. Now, some girls come around,
Right.
and motherfuckers say something, and they take that shit a little too serious. Like, oh, now you trying to front me off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now we got to fight. You know what I'm saying?
Now they got to give you these hands.
Right, yeah, you know what I'm saying? No man wants to be embarrassed in front of a woman. And that never goes away.
Never.
Right? So even if it's like the woman directly hyping the man up, the man already got that battery in his back. Because he automatically wants to defend his
stay
woman.
ready.
Well, I'm just saying, you putting everything on the line. It's like now you can put your career, possibly your money, your award, your reputation.
But that's what you do in emotion. When you're being emotional, you're only thinking about what's happening right then. Okay. You're not thinking about what you're about to do, how it's going to affect you. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't have a lot of time. Like, you know what I'm saying? You saw Jada's face. You saw her obviously not liking what was said. And next thing you know, you saw Will Smith fucking walking up on stage.
Man.
The whole situation is crazy to me.
That nigga was walking up like about to call Uno
The whole
at the dominoes.
situation. And my thing is, you can tell that this was a breaking point for Will because an hour after that, he's sobbing like a fourth grader.
I seen him at the party dancing.
But that was afterwards.
Because he knew he
knew
he fucked up.
No, not even that. You just slapped the nigga on TV. You kinda like, yeah, nigga. Say that shit again, nigga. I'll run up on you again. Just that energy.
This is fucking Chris Rock. It's not The Rock. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He wasn't gonna smack Dwayne Johnson like that.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying?
I would hit Will with a run.
But you know what I'm saying? Like my thing is, where's Will's mental at this point in time?
We know it's gone.
I mean, it's, I don't say it's gone, but I really think that he has a lot on his plate.
I think
he has a lot on his plate.
I know I've read a few. I haven't read his book, but I've like read a couple of excerpts. Like, you know what I'm saying, like little articles about it, and I know like he kind of. It seems like he feels like he's been living a lie to a certain degree for a long time, and like he's been like trying to keep up this certain image, and it seems like he might have lost himself a little bit.
Yeah,
And
I mean, I can see that.
And then just on top of that, dealing with all this stuff that's been happening publicly with his marriage, and being discussed and joked about. Everybody had fucking entanglement jokes.
Indeed.
Man,
You know what I'm saying? And but the thing is, it's like, I mean, you went on the show.
Yeah.
I mean, unless she bombarded you, but it's still like,
Well, what are you supposed to do? Like that's your wife.
I'm not. You don't have to go on no fucking show.
I mean,
to talk about.
I'm not finna go on the show.
That's what I'm saying. So what are you gonna do, nigga? Not go on the show? Like you know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't have went on the show.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying. So like Will, like he is complicit in a lot of his own demise. You know what I'm saying? But I understand, and I kind of feel bad for him in a way.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you could tell he's dealing with some shit, but that don't excuse.
Yeah,
because
that speech.
I couldn't even listen to it all.
He apologized to everybody but Chris Rock.
Exactly. I couldn't even listen to all that shit. Yo.
That's the only part of the Oscars I've seen. Is that
Me too. Like, I wouldn't even know the shit was on.
I wasn't watching it.
I honestly haven't watched a award show of that stature since my OG. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Damn.
Like when she was around, she used to watch stuff like that, and I watch it with her. But I mean, the whole situation is crazy. I think Will. I mean, nothing's really gonna happen after this. It happened. It's past. It's done with.
It's gonna die down.
It's gonna die down. You know what I'm saying? Chris Rock's gonna sell out shows and everything like that, and Will is gonna do his thing, his movies, and get off the success with Bel Air. So,
I mean, I don't know. I think he's gonna have to lay low for a while.
Yeah,
I think I don't see any new, unless there was like some shit that's like so far in development.
I mean, it seemed like he is, because it was like you said, at the party he was hyped.
Yeah,
he did a video with his daughter, walked up with the Emmy. And
I mean, he has he's gonna have his own social media presence.
Yeah,
they can't stop that. But I'm talking about like in terms of any like big movies.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I mean,
I don't know. I think.
Did y'all watch King Richard?
I saw
some
it with you.
It's really good.
It was good. It's actually
King Richard is a really good movie.
Yeah. Indeed, it is
a really good movie. Really good movie. Man, Joe, that's crazy.
But I would say it's like if we can justify, like Will Smith doing that, getting violent after a joke, what can we justify Chris Rock doing?
He would have been justified in smacking Will Smith down.
So what if Chris Rock said, "All right, after the Oscars, I'm gonna see you"?
But I mean, that's what the fuck he should have said. To be quite honest,
that's what happened to Tupac.
Let's just be honest. If it really went down, Chris Rock, Will Smith, parking lot between some limos.
I think Will Smith would probably be.
Yeah, we don't want to.
I mean, he trained boxing.
He was Ali.
Yeah,
we don't want.
He ain't forgot all
Chris
that
Rock
shit.
is not athletic.
But you know what, man? I definitely feel bad for Chris. But you know what, man? You know what I feel like Chris Rock is like. What? There was a lot of like looting going on last year.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people doing the smash and grabs and shit. And like you just happened to be walking by and somebody like broke into the Gucci store and like 15 niggas that ran there and grabbed shit. And you was the last one that came. And then the police came and you're the only one that went to jail. Like Chris Rock wasn't responsible for all the other shit that happened to Will Smith.
Indeed.
But he just happened to be that just 1 second too late. You know what I'm saying? Like one joke too many, nigga.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? But honestly, can I say something right quick?
Go ahead, man.
I want to get something off my chest.
We'll go here, son.
Because I know we've also
talk about it.
Just contributed to this in a degree. But when things like this happen, like huge events, I gotta like be off social media for a couple of days.
Nah,
because it's too much, and everybody turns into like W.E.B. Du Bois and shit. You know what I'm saying? And like just examining behaviors and.
I did see a lot of posts.
Psychologists now.
Yeah,
I just didn't read them.
I mean, and I don't. It's just like it's one of those things where like you can't. Every single post is about the same thing. Yeah. So I gotta like stand back. Like I'll check in for a second, like scroll for a second. Oh yeah, okay, we still talking about that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all still on that?
And I'll have to step away. Like so, it's just so frustrating at times. And honestly, like I don't really give a shit about what people have to think for the most part. There are a couple of people that I may feel like, okay, I might hear what you got to say, but for the most part, like, I don't want to hear your thoughts.
Indeed.
I don't give a fuck about what you think. For real. Just show me the memes, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's all I really care about. That's the most important thing. Just give me the fucking memes.
I'm here. I like, you know,
I don't want to hear about how like this is like having to do with toxic masculinity. You know what I'm saying? How we should always protect black women. And you know, and I'm not saying that like, you know, we should never talk about that shit, but this goddamn, man, like every fucking post has to be about this shit.
Talk about it, Rell.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like,
You're
just
a liar.
it's just like, and I know, and like everybody's social media is their own, and people want to voice their opinion, and I get it.
All right.
But that's
all right.
Sorry.
You just,
All right.
Stop it, nigga. Stop hitting the button.
I'm trying to stop it.
Okay.
That was a high moment.
Yeah. Just stop hitting the button.
Yes, guy.
But I just really just wish that like we wouldn't have to go through that every single time. But that's the beauty of it, because that's not going to stop happening. People are going to give their opinions.
It's not.
But I can choose to opt out. That's what the fuck I choose to do.
Indeed.
And that's the beauty of social media. People act like they force you to do this shit. Like, I got to watch this shit. And people get so upset and so angry by what motherfuckers say on social media. Like, you have to look at this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga, close the laptop, turn your phone off.
I always tell people all the time when they talk about their social media, I be like, bro, just
log off, nigga.
Yeah, just log off or unfollow the person.
Indeed.
But I've unfollowed a lot of people that just always
or you can mute
negative,
people.
Negative posts all the time. I'm like,
God.
look, okay, all right, I can't deal with you.
I would say the good thing about social media, even though you're kind of saturated with a bunch of blah, 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 but it definitely gives you a snapshot of like a collective mindset or collective, like how people may feel about this or that.
What people are thinking.
Yeah. It is. Social media is always out there like that. So,
Indeed.
You know.
Yeah, man. But
that's our take on the Will Smith and Chris Rock.
Prayers for Chris Rock, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like, I really hope that, you know, your face is okay. Honestly, real shit. Will, he ain't smack him that hard. It didn't seem like he did. Because I feel like
quick.
If you really open hand slap somebody, that's a different sound. And I don't feel like I don't feel like that's the sound that really came. But either way, you know, but if nothing else, your pride got to be pretty fucking hurt.
Yeah.
What if Chris Rock gonna say? What if Chris Rock tell his girl, "Damn, baby, why don't you wash the dishes?" You ain't say that shit to Will.
You know that's well, Chris Rock he's divorced.
Oh,
he's divorced.
You know his wife called and was talking all kind of shit.
Yeah, he's divorced. I think he divorced before Tambourine, because in Tambourine he started off his comedy special like, well, I don't think he started it off, but he mentioned that he was divorced, and how the courts was raping him with money and shit like that, and he was like, "That's crazy. I don't even have a college degree, and all these motherfuckers they got like millions of degrees are taking money from me."
Well, damn. I know his wife was calling and talking shit though.
Yeah, man, it's just crazy.
Yeah, no, he's definitely divorced.
So what else happened? We're gonna talk about this Chicago music shit.
All right.
The homie Bree Pacific had put out a tweet. She is a radio personality here in Chicago on Power 92. Big shout out to the Power 92 family. Big shout out to y'all. I should have hand clapped for that. But she made a post about Chicago music being dry. And I chimed in. You know, if you follow me on Facebook, I made my post. It was a nice long post about it, because my thing is, with me being in this industry for a long time and worked with a lot of artists and seeing how the growth into different teams that artists put around them and create that fan base, it is dry to me. In a sense of, because there is, at a point in time, everybody wanted to use auto-tune. They wanted to do like a Dirk record. They wanted to do the offbeat Herbo flow, shit like that. They heavy drill.
Nobody wants to be original.
Exactly. No one is taking the stride. And then the artist, after she made that post, a lot of artists was talking about, well, we don't get enough support from the radio stations and none of this. I'm like, nah, because y'all all sound the same.
You heard one,
you know what I'm
heard them all
saying?
type
If
of
you
deal.
look at every Chicago artist that came out of Chicago, they all created their own lane and their own fan base. There's
true,
plenty of artists that's making a buku loads of money that doesn't have a radio record. You know what I'm saying? We just watched Griselda. These niggas is all in their late 30s and 40s. Going platinum, going gold, doing all these records. You got a lot of people that create their own lanes.
I'm about to create my own
lane.
I'm be Grey Goose.
Grey Goose.
But like for real, like to create a lane for yourself and have the right team around you to support you. The thing about all these artists like Chance the Rapper, when he first came out, when he first hit the scene, he did his own shows. One of his first shows was at Leaders on 720 South Wales.
Chance had a machine behind him.
Yeah. So like, but the thing about it is he had a crew, the Save Money crew. You got Joey Perp, you got Vic Mensa. They had a little alternative rock group called Kids These Days. They like blends live music with hip hop. It was a very dope group. But you have these artists that created that fan base first. Like the radio wasn't playing Chance the Rapper or Vic Mensa. They didn't know about Chance until 7 years later when he's selling out motherfucking Aragon Ballroom and all these other 3,000
he did
venues.
Don't he have the same manager as
he did that show at US Cellular.
Yeah.
On 35th.
Don't he got the same manager as Justin Bieber?
Huh?
Don't he have the same manager as Justin Bieber?
Same manager.
Same manager as Justin. I have no idea.
That's what I
Oh
heard.
no, he had a his manager was a guy named Pat. Pat was somebody that he grew up with.
Okay.
And his father, Chance's father, told Pat that you should manage my son because you have a great sense of business. That relationship is no more. I don't know any details about that relationship.
Yeah, I heard they had a bit of a falling out.
They had a little falling out. I can't speak on it because it's none of my business.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? But so that's the thing.
I mean,
with Chicago music.
I feel like with Chicago. So, in all fairness, I know we talked about this before. I don't really listen to the radio. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not as tapped into like local music as I used to be. I'm an old nigga now. You know what I'm saying? But I do know about certain things and some people. Like I know we talked about Fillmore Green. I mean, you always put me up on him.
Fillmore Green. Shout out to Fillmore Green.
I fuck with Jew Jilla.
Yep, Jew Jilla.
Jew be out here spitting hard as fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's a few people locally.
YP.
But I feel like Chicago radio really only fucks with people after they've already generated a buzz. Yeah. Like I don't think like shit like that only happened like really back in the day when you had like motherfuckers like Pink House and Spank Buddha. You had like motherfuckers like
Timbuktu, rest in peace.
Yeah, like local hip hop, like
DJ V Dub, what up?
You know what I'm saying? Like on GCI and on Power at Night. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, Ferris still, you know what I'm saying? I know Ferris always fuck with it.
We still play those Chicago.
Yeah, Ferris and Nafis, you know what I'm saying? They always gonna put on for the city.
Yeah.
But for the most part, especially when you're talking about WGCI and like the big states, you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna really pub you until you get a name, until you get big. You gotta blow before they play you here. You know what I'm saying? And that's really kind of like what it is and how it's always been. And it's unfortunate, and I don't really understand why it's that way. I feel like because the only time people really like there was like really like a movement, a sustained movement here in Chicago for hip hop was when the drill shit, when like once Chief Keef popped.
Yeah.
And then all the labels were coming to Chicago trying to find the next Chief Keef.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like drill, I mean, it's still, you know, Dirk's still out here doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The king of drill, King Louis. I would put that out there.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Still out here. Motherfucker. I mean, so you know what I mean? So that whole movement like generated a lot for people.
Right.
And you know, so they was always playing that, but that's because the shit was already popular.
But not even that. You gotta think about when Bump J was around. The labels was starting to come here a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they was like,
and Bump J was getting love on the radio.
Yeah, Bump J. He had a McDonald's commercial.
Oh damn!
But that's what I'm saying. Like you already got to get a name really before Chicago really play you.
Yeah.
You're not gonna make your name on Chicago radio for real.
Yeah.
At least not historic.
But shout out to DJ V Dub and Ferris, my brother. They both was playing Bump J. You know what I'm saying? Before before the rise of Bum J. It's been a lot of radio stations. Both radio stations. One thing about here in Chicago, GCI is the big iHeart radio station. You know what I'm saying? They have, it's a conglomerate behind them.
Right.
Power 92 has always been an independent funded radio station. They don't have that big machine around them. So here in Chicago, Power 92 has the streets, WGCI has the radio. You feel what I'm saying? GCI don't do as many concerts as Power 92 do. Power 92 really support a lot of local promoters. Not saying GCI don't have them, but Power 92 has more of them. You know what I'm saying? More of the small shows like fucking Rick Ross at Adriana's back in the day, or Drake at Bounce, or whatever the case may be. Like all these places. So like, right, you know, we can go to Bi-Level. You know what I'm saying? Me and this man was hanging with Ghostface at Bi-Level.
Bro.
We was out one night. You know what I'm saying? Was it Mobb Deep?
Yeah, it was Mobb Deep and Ghost.
Mobb Deep and Ghost at Bi-Level.
Damn.
Ghost was just chilling.
Right.
Like, I remember that was a wild night because I remember seeing Mobb Deep, and the only thing I think about, like, man, these niggas is little as fuck.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Prodigy, one of my all-time favorite MCs. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I was thrilled to meet him, but I'm like, man, these niggas is little, Joe. Like, both of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, these niggas was mad small. But they was in the VIP. Remember, Ghostface was off, you know what I'm saying, just chilling by himself.
Just chilling in the cut.
Yeah.
Just chilling in the cut. But the thing about it, you know, that's what we want to talk about the Chicago music scene because, like you said, like Fillmore Green, YP, it's a lot of female MCs out here because recently, as of the past couple of days, Cardi B came out and said the first drill music that she heard from a female was Katie Got Bands. That was signed with Lawless Records back in the day.
Katie Got Bands was big for a second.
Right. And then another artist by the name of Sasha Gohard, which is another talented artist, she posted videos about her being the actual first because hers was like back before Katie really got popping. But nobody rotated towards Sasha. When Katie came out, everybody kind of rotated towards Katie. Katie had a little bit more of a machine behind her.
Now, Katie had a huge buzz.
Yeah.
I'm saying she generated a huge buzz.
And the same thing with King Louis. So, like, we could talk about Chicago shit all day. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel these local artists nowadays, man, y'all just got to be more creative on how y'all want to roll. You know what I'm saying? I got to give a shout out to Kay Valentine, another female dope MC. Brittany Carter, Backpack. Dope MC. Day Jones, another dope MC.
Yeah, and then you got like motherfucking Taiwan Davis, Rashid Hadid, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's still a lot of people.
And we
like
gotta get up to Shauna. Come on, man.
Yes,
you gotta give it up to Shauna.
Yeah.
Shauna got those two mics going crazy.
Yeah.
But
it is to say, man, like when you really think about like the two biggest hip hop artists to come out of Chicago, Common and
R. Kelly?
No. I said hip hop nigga. Common and Kanye.
Yeah, Common and Kanye. Yep.
Both of them really had to leave Chicago before they blew.
Yeah.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like they wasn't fucking with Kanye, like trying to play his music in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Until he blew up. In all fairness, nobody was. But if you're supposed to get love anywhere, you should get love in your home city.
Peak House, he played it. You know, played Can I Borrow a Dollar?
Yeah, but that
Twilight Tone, big shout out to Twilight Tone from Chicago.
Wow. But that's what I'm saying. But that was a different era.
Yeah, it was a different era.
That was the 90s, bro. Like that was a long time ago.
But
you know what I'm saying?
and that's another thing that I want to say because nowadays you don't need radio to have a hit record.
Indeed.
You gotta grasp these people on the internet. Your team got to be strong. Your media team got to be strong. You have to put out content after content after content. And the one thing that I hate that artists do is they go to the studio for a purpose of creating a radio record. Just go there and just create. Don't go in there with the mindset because now you're thinking in the box. You're not going to think outside the box.
Indeed.
You want your fans to be able to grow with you and look outside the box with you instead of looking outside, looking in at you.
Well, damn.
You feel what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. But, you know, that's just the Chicago music scene, man. You know what I'm saying? I just wish things would be a lot better on, you know, these artists taking hold of themselves and doing shows for themselves. Like that's what you got to do. You got to put in this work, bro. This shit ain't fucking free.
It's always remarkable to me though. Like I said, that drill shit was like really the only like Chicago movement that like really held water for a while.
Yeah,
you know? And, I mean, and like I said, it's still going. Like I said, Dirk still out here. You know what I'm
saying? Dirk is going crazy. He's finna go on a tour.
Yeah, a lot of but you know, so many of them ended up getting killed.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace, King Von.
Yeah. You know,
FG Duck. Yeah, you know, it's a lot of artists out here that's
you know what I'm saying. And so, but that's the harsh reality of this shit. Like when people talk about that drill shit, like and people think it's just music. Indeed. You know what I'm saying? But like, nah, this is like
it's real life.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. This is real shit.
This is what these shorties.
And that's the thing. And it's also like motherfuckers is dying like over the lyrics that motherfuckers is saying in these songs.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
You got to be a criminal to be an artist, or you got to be an artist to be a criminal.
My thing is this. I mean, either way it go, and in hip hop, how you raise is how you raise. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of artists out here that doesn't do drill, and it's very popular. You know what I'm saying?
Out of Chicago.
You got out of Chicago. You look at Kanye.
Yeah, true.
But I mean, that's before drill even.
I'm talking about recent, like recent.
No, like, and that's the thing because like that drill sound has taken over hip hop. You know, it's kind of like I think it's kind of like on a downward trend a little bit because it's been used and abused.
Yeah, Atlanta, New York.
You got to think about like New York developed their own drill.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
that sounds just like Chicago drill.
Yeah, it does. It's a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
We
like
can't have nothing.
Yeah, I mean, but that's just Chicago has always held such an influence over hip hop and culture, and that's kind of like why it seemed like it took so long. But it had to be something because there was so much more shit here. It had to be something that really like that embodied the violence and the gang. You know what I'm saying? Shit that goes on that's been going on here for the last like decade or so.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? For it to finally like, okay, now labels want to come here. Now because like the thing is, when Kanye blew. Motherfuckers wasn't flooding the streets looking for another Kanye.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that didn't happen. But when Chief Keef popped, they was all here looking for a Chief Keef.
A lot of more artists came out of that Chief Keef phase than that Kanye and Common phase. Because Common was first, then it was Twista, then it was Kanye. Then it was Lupe for a hot second. And big shout out to Lupe Fiasco.
Got him.
You know what I'm saying? You got to give Lupe. He's going to be at Hyde Park Summerfest.
Yeah.
Lupe
is one of the guys of Chicago hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Like straight up. You seen that new freestyle? That Chicago, 100 Chicago?
Hey man, Lupe makes you go like read a book. Like you got man, I got to go. Like I got to go look at the dictionary, a thesaurus. You know what I'm saying? Like I got to step my word game up. Like Lupe is he's a monster. Yeah, man. But once again, did Chicago radio blow up Lupe? Or did Lupe had like
nope.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't play.
Well, you
didn't hear Lupe really on Chicago radio heavy until he blew.
That kick push.
That was generated by buzz elsewhere. It was a big once they started playing it here on a regular basis, it was already a big.
Do you remember that 1st and 15th mixtape?
Oh my God, yeah. Absolutely.
He redid Jesus Walks. He redid Jesus Walks.
Yo, yeah, man. Lupe.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
But you know.
I mean, there's a lot of talent here. I think a lot of people are going to continue, like you said, to kind of continue. Like, they're going to do the same thing, trying to get on, because that's what's popular right now.
Yeah.
But I think it's just like, in New York, like, I mean, when Biggie came out, how many motherfuckers trying to sound like that same sound? Like, how many people came out trying to sound like Wu-Tang? You know what I'm saying? Like, people are always going to imitate what's popular.
Right.
Indeed, unfortunately.
I mean, I think, Chicago music has a good hold in hip-hop, period. You know what I'm saying? Because we, as Drill tapped on it before, we have drill in London. You have drill in Tokyo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have rappers all over the world in drill. You know
drill has taken over the world, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
it's crazy how much just how far that shit has grown. You know what I'm saying? And to see what some shit that like with Chief Keef and King Louie, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like to see all them brothers win, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I really support all Chicago artists. anybody that knows me, I've always did events for Chicago artists throughout these years, and I always support the local artists that are good, that I do see has a work ethic behind it.
Hey, you just said something key right there. The ones that are good. Yeah. The fact of the matter is, man, some of you niggas suck.
Yeah. Some of you guys,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
some of you guys really do suck. You can't just be.
Yeah, it's definitely some niggas talking about like motherfuckers don't support and niggas don't listen to me. That's because you trash. Bro.
Yeah,
damn.
Like you gotta give your people a time to catch up, and also you gotta think outside the box. You can't just play records in front of your friends and your supporters because your family members, because they gonna always support you. You have to be in those rooms with people, right? You have to be in those rooms where people don't know you and never heard your music and give their honest opinion, and you have to be able to be man enough and have enough pride to take that criticism and be like, okay, I'm gonna check in that.
Don't smack nobody.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of artists don't like take criticism. I remember when I used to do when I used to promote concerts, and the promoters used to have like maybe like 10 or 15 Chicago acts before the main act, and I used to always tell them like, bro, like you don't need 100 people on stage. The thing about it is, like, you have to be professional. You have to take this very seriously. And one thing I hate when I go to some of these open mics is I hear the rapper rapping over his track. Fam, go to the studio, get your performance track, and learn how to have breath control while you're rapping. That's have true. To have breath control. Like, Lupe Fiasco, as fast as he raps, you can understand every fucking word coming out of his mouth. You got to look at the greats that do it. Busta Rhymes is another one that does it. Jay-Z is another one that does it. Their breath control is under control. No matter how fast they move or what they do, it's a professional show. And there's a lot of dudes out here that don't perform good. And that kind of creates a dry music scene.
You sound like you should do a tutorial or something.
You know.
Yeah. I definitely think, I'm not going to say it's completely dry. Like I said, I think.
No, there's a lot of dope artists
That's what I'm saying. I think there's some people here that just aren't getting the recognition. You know what I'm saying?
Saba.
Right. Saba. And that's the thing. Saba get way more play in other places. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't hear Saba.
And Vic Mensa. I'm a big Vic Mensa fan. Joey Purp, I saw him open up at the show with Genius and Ghostface. I mean, Raekwon and Ghostface. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of Chicago artists here that are dope. And I just hope all y'all make it. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to tear each other down. Work with each other.
That's right.
Be open with each other. And share the shit. You know what I'm saying? The world is watching.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? The world is watching to the point they go on the O Block for tourist shows.
And that's a good transition.
Yeah, they want to see the Negro in his natural habitat.
Right.
Hey, you know what?
Motherfucker hood safaris and shit. Niggas is coming to O Block.
So, you know what I'm saying? So people out there that don't follow us on YouTube, whatever, make sure you subscribe to that YouTube page. The audio people out there in the world that y'all hear, we're coming from Chicago, southside of Chicago. We are all born and raised.
Bam.
So that's why we always going to big up the city we from. But, we do take, some people take it as offense when tourists are visiting O Block.
It is offensive.
You think it's offensive?
Yeah, it's because I'm living here because I'm poor. I can't afford to live here. It's dangerous. I'm scared to go outside. And you hear like, oh, it's like folks for the camera. Yeah, thank you, Jamal. That's embarrassing, bro.
Hey, so last year, there was a call this dude on camera. This dude came from England.
Yeah, I saw that.
To visit O Block.
Yeah.
He was crying. He was taking selfies with like the people. And the thing is, like, so they were talking about like what he said he was coming to meet his idols.
Yeah.
But he wasn't meeting like dirt.
Who was his idols?
His idols were like just the people that live there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the active gang members.
How does he know they're active gang members? Do they have a card?
He just
or something?
assumes that that's what
the fuck?
But that's
it's a lot of shit on YouTube. Like, dude, I watched a whole 24-minute documentary on O Block, Vine, about all the people they allegedly killed or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, like, who put this shit together?
Yeah, I ain't gonna speak to none of that shit.
Yeah, we can't speak on that because that's not my life.
Yeah. But it's crazy that you have like, because they're not just, because at first I thought when I heard about it, like I understand, it's almost like if you're a fan of Jay-Z And you in New York and you want to go take a picture in front of Marcy. If you a fan of Nas, you want to go take a picture in front of Queensbridge.
Exactly. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah,
I'm going to go to Harlem with Dipset. Dipset.
But this don't seem like that.
Yeah.
No, so this is like because you just want to hang out with the regular motherfuckers that live here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so like you said, this isn't like a glamorous lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is dangerous, nigga. Niggas is poor over here. But motherfuckers don't have shit.
From their standpoint, they don't know that.
Right. It's
that don't make any.
I mean,
my thing is it's the ignorance. Okay, so Hyde Park, right? You know, I work in Hyde Park. So where I work at, I run across a lot of parents that want to bring their kid to the school that's in Hyde Park, University of Chicago. So they will come in and they will ask these questions like, is it dangerous? What's going on around here? You know what I'm saying? Dude, not even last month, a university police officer told me that he had to go get 2 Asian people at 3 a.m. on O Block taking pictures in front of the little Vaughn mural they got out there.
And that's what's been attracting people. The people are coming from everywhere to take a picture in front of that.
And the kid told him, like, I listened to Lil Vaughn. Like, I'm a fan of him. Chinese kid. He was a fan of Lil Vaughn, and he wanted to.
Something problematic about that. I'm sorry.
He wanted to come and see where he was from and take a picture in front of the mural.
So if I like R. Kelly, I'm gonna hang out in Kenwood High School.
I mean, you know, if you're a pedophile.
Oh Jesus!
If you try to buy some girls from Jordan's 5.5.
But I mean, so it was so that mural has been a big draw for people.
Yeah.
You know, for tourists to come around, like, 'cause, I mean, King Von was huge, and then obviously after he met his untimely death, a lot of times, you know, that does cause people to jump in popularity.
Yeah.
And also become a bit of a sympathetic figure.
And this doesn't just happen in Chicago.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It happened in the Pop Smoke. A lot of people went to his house. I mean, Biggie. If I ever went to Brooklyn, New York, I want to go to Biggie's house. I want to sit on the stoop and take a picture. I want to go to Spike Lee's house. You know what I'm saying?
But it's just like it's glamorizing murder and death. So if I'm a young man in Parkway Gardens, how can I, big up myself? Or, if I engage in criminal activity, maybe I'll become famous. Maybe I'll even become immortalized.
Well, one way to think about it is this. And I can't speak on it because I didn't grow up in O Block. I did grow up on 68th and St. Lawrence.
Ironic, I grew up right down the street from O Block, 62nd and King.
So I do understand the culture. I do understand the fascination with it. There is no tours in Chicago, no real actual tours that take you over there. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta go yourself.
People just gotta go themselves.
You gotta go yourself.
But in Chicago, they do have a gangster tour as well, where they do take you to Al Capone's house.
Al Capone's.
You know what I'm saying? They take you to the secret tunnels that's in the South Loop. Because a lot of people didn't know Al Capone was making $1 million a week back then.
Well, damn.
Bootlegging.
He had tunnels underneath State Street, over 20 miles of underground tunnels that would lead up into bars in the South Loop in Pilsen area. Well, not Pilsen. I don't know if he went that far west, but closer to that way.
None of these tunnels led to O Block?
No.
I used to.
But he did have some brothloths.
I could believe it.
You know what I'm saying? Out on the south side of the South Shore. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, like, me personally, I don't look at it as a bad thing just for the simple fact of, because like I said, if I was in Harlem, I want to go to see Dipset. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to the hood. I want to go see where it's at. Harlem ain't nice. Queensbridge ain't nice. Staten Island ain't nice, nigga. You can still get robbed in those places too.
I mean, but that's the thing. But the thing is, even like, so the kid from London, he had all types of jewels on and shit. They didn't rob him.
Yeah, they didn't rob him.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so far, nothing has happened.
And the thing about it, the people in O Block, they kind of know about the stuff, and Soulja Boy was just there when he was in town. Like, he made a stop through and hung out with some of the artists that's coming from there.
I read some shit. K. Michelle was trying. She wanted to go, and her team was like, "Nah, you're not."
Yeah. So
I don't know. If I lived on O Block, that would piss me off. I'm sorry.
I mean,
because it's kind of like you coming and like you glorifying like where I live and like the shit that I go through. But the thing that you really are fascinated by is the violence.
Yeah.
And the shit that you hear about in the stories. You know what I'm saying?
I want to see if it's true.
Yeah.
You want to see, what is this, like Snow White?
I'm the same way when it comes to like Big or Jay. Like,
no, I think it's one step past co-opting the colonization. Because these same people, if they see you in the workplace or see you anywhere else, they're going to associate you with that violence. They're going to associate violence with black men where in certain circumstances where it's not going to be cool. Or he must be from O Block. We can't have him in our office.
I mean, well, I think that is the reason why people come to O Block is because they already associate black people and black men with violence. Right. So this is just like a function of that. That's already behavior that they've learned.
Indeed.
And we don't even know if O Block gonna be there 10 years from now.
That makes it even worse.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the sad thing about it.
Yeah. I mean, I in a way, I feel like it's kind of insulting because like you really are coming to view people that are not in a good situation. Like O Block is not glamorous. It's not like going to motherfucking Santa Monica and looking at the $1 million homes on the beach.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like these are people that are like nobody really like chooses or wants to live. You know what I'm saying? Like I shouldn't say that, but it's not a place that's like glorified and glamorized for the right reasons. You know, so it's not because it's a safe fucking community and they got a good school system. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or there's like some sort of architectural.
And it's some real good people. It's some real good people.
Yeah, it's definitely it's more good people. It's more good people than not, but that's not what they're coming for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They want to come over here. Like you said, he's one. His idols are active gang members. You don't even know what this shit is about. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what this shit's really like. You don't know what it really is like to live here.
And I think that's the difference between me going to New York and hanging out in those boroughs because
you're going there for the culture.
I'm going there for the culture because it's not or the Bronx or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because they like, okay, you're a tourist. You just want to see the culture. This is where hip hop is birthed. We had a lot of you know what I mean? Yeah. In Chicago, I think this is new to us. And
what's new to us?
I mean,
nobody came to Chicago to ride around the hoods when Common or Kanye was around. Indeed. Like he said, this is drill music. People are coming to see where O Block is. You had,
and especially because of that mural.
Right. You had 3 huge artists come from that area.
Yeah,
that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like
O Block is like our Motown.
You got to think about it. You know how big that Chief Keef record was?
Yeah, it was big. I remember.
Yeah.
Was a huge record.
Right. Yeah. And then you got Von. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga was in England performing in front of like 80,000 white people, and they knew every word, and they are crunk.
Yeah.
So so those people are going to, when they get a chance to come to Chicago, I want to go see dude that was on stage that I'm a fan of. I want to go to his hood.
I want to see what originated.
I want to see where it
comes
from. You know what I'm saying? I want to go. I want to go eat a
gyro
cheeseburger.
But you know the thing. But you know the thing is, and the thing that kind of gets me
cheeseburger.
It's like because nigga, if I gotta go over the O Block, for any reason, my head is gonna be on the motherfucking swivel.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know what goes on over here.
Yeah.
But these people come from other places,
and they don't know,
and they're absolutely fearless.
They don't know.
They don't really understand. So even if you, like you said, if you decide to go to Queensbridge, you know Queensbridge is the projects. So while like you out here on some tourist shit, if you doing this, you recognize it like, yo, I gotta be, you know what I'm saying? Make sure my head's on the swivel because shit could pop off at any second over here.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers coming over here completely oblivious.
Right.
Just going over there trying to take pictures, like everything is all good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, it's I won't say it's insulting, but it's eye opening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like, why do I have to be afraid? I done grown up here my whole fucking life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I got to be worried about what the fuck goes on.
I know everything that goes on.
Yeah, but I got to be worried about what the fuck goes on. You know what I'm saying? I got to make sure like I'm on my shit when I go over here. And these motherfuckers just over here like footloose and fancy free. You know what I'm saying? Taking pictures in front of a mural and shit. Right.
I'm out here trying to get to this bag.
And ironically, they would be safer on O Block than any of us would be.
And that's my point.
That's fucked up.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and
so
that's also a good thing.
What?
Because I mean, in the sense of they over there, right, and nothing happens to them. Like the kid from England, he had jewels on. He came in there and hung out. If something would have happened to dude, it would have definitely been way more bigger than what it is.
But you don't think that they understand that?
Well,
People that live over there, they know, like, if they do something, if they fuck with one of these Chinese tourists,
there's gonna be.
You know what I'm saying? They finna get flooded.
Yeah,
they know that.
Yeah, they know
so
that.
So they not finna fuck. So but they know that if they just fuck with one of us, then it's just it's another day.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But you fucking one of them University of Chicago kids, one of these fucking tourists that came over here. Now Parkway is flooded.
I tell the parents all the time, like they would like I said, where I work at, when they ask me about the area, they were like, well, they say don't go south. I'm like, man, look, Chicago has its pockets. There are certain pockets that I wouldn't suggest your kid to go to.
Like this one, bitch. No.
Unless he actually knows someone in that area.
This one, bitch.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if your son knows somebody in that area, it's cool.
He knows no one.
But I'm just saying, if he did, that's the only reason why he should be in that
if he want to go get some weed, let me just, no.
I mean, weed is legal now. You go to the dispensary. You ain't even got to go to the block.
Want the cheap weed, though.
Yeah, but nobody want to smoke that shit. I ain't smoking no shit I buy off the street at all. I'm a dispensary guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? All my connects.
Sellout.
All my connects are legit.
We about to have a million weed man march, goddammit.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, but, shout out to the people on O Block. Like I said, this is not nothing to discredit those people. Just talk about the violence, because there are very good people out there.
Disgraceful.
O Block is not a fucking tourist destination.
It's not a tourist
You know what I'm
destination.
saying? Like, this is not.
Take your ass home.
Like, but like, to a certain degree, I understand because of the mural.
Yeah.
But, like, it's not just the mural. People will be fascinated, be wanting to go into, like, fucking O Block and, like, hang out.
Right.
And chill and shit. You know
Maybe
what I'm
they
saying?
should wear helmets and bulletproof vests and just walk around that bitch.
You'll probably get fucked up
And treat it like a war zone.
Who's this goofy ass mom?
Shit, nah. That's what I'm saying. But they don't need that shit. They cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
They cool.
I think it's horrible, but
yeah. Shout out to O Block, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of good people out there, man. That's the south side of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? What else we talking about up there, man? What else?
Oh no, that's it. That is.
Wow.
Nigga, we are done.
well, damn.
Yeah,
a minute and 20 minutes. Oh, hour.
Yeah.
Well, all right,
We
man.
didn't make it.
But shout out to everybody in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? We are on the verge of spring.
Spring has sprung.
Spring is almost here.
Sundress season, you understand me?
Spring is here.
I forget what the first day.
But it was 62 one day, then it was like 45.
Right.
It's been cold as fuck the last week, Joe.
Freezing my assets off over here.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been horrible. But, that's Chicago.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Shout out to all the Chicago artists out there, man. We love you, man. We love you.
Yeah, keep grinding, man.
Stay tuned.
Keep grinding, man. Keep grinding. Just stay on the thing, man. Just stay on your grind.
You understand me?
What y'all brothers got to depart with, man? Y'all got anything else to talk about? What's going on?
No, just somebody talk about you. Keep your hands to yourself, and the ghetto is not a zoo.
Ghettos all day.
It's not a zoo. This is not the Negrosaurus over here.
All right. But they can follow you at, man. What you got to say?
I was just gonna say it's not, in general, it's not a good idea to talk shit about men's wives in front of them.
Man.
Just going forward, it's probably something that you want to avoid.
Yeah.
Comedian or not. If he's right there, and you're talking about his wife,
it's not a good idea.
He might run up on you.
Yeah, you better do that shit on Zoom or something.
Just to touch back on that a little bit. Chicago comedians, we don't give a fuck. The Chicago comedians in Chicago don't give a fuck. I've seen D-Ray talk shit about a dude so bad that they literally had to escort that nigga out.
Nah.
Because he was pissed the fuck off.
It happens.
But the thing about it is,
happen.
Don't jump on that. Don't jump at me, because I'm going to get you.
Hey, you see DC Young Fly beat the brakes off that nigga. It jumped off stage because when DC, he was getting him, and Buddy tried to jump up on stage, and DC beat the brakes off that nigga.
Yeah.
Damn.
Don't run up on these comedians.
Yeah, man, because you never know. But also, you could talk about the wrong dude. Like I said, like, plenty of comedians have gotten run up on stage.
Dave Chappelle talked about it.
You know what I mean? That's kind of like one of those things where, like, you know, in comedy, you toe that line.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be open season on comedians. Like, I don't think people
either.
should be able to run up on motherfuckers whenever they feel like they got their feelings hurt. I don't feel like that. But that don't mean it don't fucking happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people get in their feelings all the time, do all types of crazy shit. That's why it's a lot of niggas in jail right now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
saying?
saying? It's a lot of motherfuckers in jail right now sitting down over emotional decisions.
Yeah.
Just like
Mad at they.
just like Buddy from the CTA. Y'all heard about that shit?
Mm-mm.
They emptied the whole mag at dude at the station. Y'all ain't hear about that?
Damn, I ain't
Nah.
know that.
Bro.
Had to be red line though.
Oh yeah, it was red line. 95th.
Oh
Hey.
my God.
You already know.
Called it.
To all the travelers, you ever come to Chicago?
Don't go
get
past Addison, goddammit.
Don't get on the red line. Don't go past 55th. Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, so yeah, man. So okay, real quick, this guy shot a man. He was a CTA employee. So it was this guy. It was like 2:00 in the morning, like a Saturday, and this guy was like belligerent drunk, like fucking with people. So the guy that was working in, like, you know, the people that be in the booth,
Yeah,
that work in the train, to just work at the train station. You know, he came outside to try to like get dude to go away.
Right.
Came out there with a hammer, basically. You know what I'm saying? And the dude pushed his ass down and then kicked him in the face.
Whoa,
shit.
Right. So CTA buddy, get up. He had fucking mag in his pocket.
Oh, see.
Let that
Pull that shit out. Buddy see it. He dipped down the stairs. Dude goes over to the stairs. Pop, 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 pop.
Did he get him?
He hit him like 4 times. He ain't die though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but
You can't be running up on the wrong motherfucker.
9 shots. So now, but the thing is, as soon as he did it, his coworker said he came back to the booth and said, "My life is over," because it is. That's attempt murder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't know if he hadn't killed him. He know he, like, you know what I'm saying, but he hit him 4 times.
And if he ain't got a concealed and carry,
He doesn't have a concealed carry, so he was cooked anyway.
yeah, he
Yeah.
could.
He was going to serve time
Damn,
for that.
brother.
He was going to serve time for that gun regardless. But now you got the gun charge, and you got attempt murder because he hit him above the waist.
Acting out of emotion.
Acting out of emotion. You know, and he probably had enough. He probably dealt with one too many people. You know what I'm saying? And he got kicked in. And, you know, and somebody was there. You know, somebody was there recording, and somebody had their phone out, and they geeking up the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and now you embarrassed, and you got kicked in the face. But now you in jail.
Man, y'all
You know
be
what I'm
safe out
saying?
there, man.
Yeah, man. Now you like, and it's a really fucking sad story, but just like off an emotional reaction. Like, you gotta think before you act. You gotta think about the consequences of your actions, and man, how that's gonna affect you. And like, you don't know, like, you know what I'm saying, well, his family situation, what that is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just about you out here.
Prayers
So,
out to that brother.
Yeah, man. Like, to all involved, man. Just a really sad situation, but just like, man, don't be making no emotional decisions out here.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
Think before you act. You know, and it's just
Think before you act.
got to at all times.
Don't be easily offended.
Well, damn.
Don't get your feelings hurt. Don't get in your feelings.
Hey, man, where can they follow y'all at, man?
You always follow me on Instagram, stock photo, pics, booyaka, bam, bam, pop.
All right. Nope.
They got with the sound effects.
I'm sorry, it just comes out.
Booyaka, bam, bam,
Pow.
pow.
You watching the Flintstones earlier, my nigga?
Hey, you know, if you got if we get subtitles and shit, that's gonna come across the screen. Booyaka,
pow,
bam, bam, pow.
Go talk to Nick Glad about that. Hey, shout out to our editor, man. She suffered her knee.
Suffered her knee.
Yeah.
Since she had torn meniscus, right?
Yeah, torn meniscus. Shout out to her.
Shout out to Nicolette, man.
Man, hope you speedy recovery.
Make sure you elevate it.
Right.
Rehab is important.
Shout out to Chris. He couldn't make it to this episode. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to the brother. You know what I'm saying? Definitely part of the crew of the Easily Offended podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Rell,
sir.
where can they follow you at, man?
Rell the producer 914 IG.
Bam.
Yep.
That's it.
Pow.
Well, man, we almost out of here, man. You can follow me, Classic 1979 on IG. Make sure you share, like, comment, subscribe to the
All that
YouTube
shit.
page,
You know what I'm
everything.
saying?
You know what I'm
Smash that
saying?
like
Shout out
button,
to everybody that's been supporting. Shout out to everybody that's liked and shared and commented and gave us great feedback. This is the Easily Offended Podcast. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, and on the Facebook page. I'm your boy, L Boogie, man. We out, man. Holla back.
The Chicago nigga.